I was reading an article by Neil Ungerleider on medium.com, and it was about smartphones and apps like Yelp. If you're not familiar with the app Yelp, it is an app that mostly for restaurants, but it does have service businesses and other things on there. It will, if you pull it up on your smartphone, it'll tell you within whatever block radius, for whatever price you want, for whatever type of food you want, what restaurants are around. It has reviews, it has sometimes menus, pictures of the food, suggestions for what to order from other people. And the article asks, have Yelp and smartphones replaced travel guides? And the article basically says Yelp is nice, but keep those travel guides for a number of reasons. One is that they're, depending on your phone plan, just factually speaking, a lot of Americans, when they go outside of the US, they don't really have data plans. So it makes it very difficult to actually get access to a lot of these apps. But I have a lot of thoughts on this, in fact. Recently, I was traveling over in Europe, and we planned ahead quite a bit in terms of restaurants and that type of thing because we weren't planning on relying on Yelp. But in my experience, there are serious problems with the online review sites that I've encountered. Number one, a lot of manipulated reviews. Bad reviews might be from competitors. Good reviews might be from people that have been paid for meals at the restaurant. I know that Yelp claims to filter these out, but after myself testing and leaving a not very good review for a not very good restaurant, I was offered a voucher to go back and have a free meal if I was willing to revise my review. So you've got to be careful with that. And the other thing is that a lot of the reviews I've found, particularly from Americans for overseas restaurants, are based on completely false or completely skewed premises of what good service is. So I find it incredibly annoying in the US when every 5 minutes the waiter or waitress comes up and says, how is everything? How's everything tasting? Can I get you anything else? And then pushing the bill on you and then checking every 2 minutes if there's a credit card or cash down. I don't find that to be good service, but in the US, many people think that is good service. So therefore, when you see reviews for restaurants in Spain or Portugal, for example, where much like in my home country of Argentina, the food is delivered. And after that point, unless you call for the waiter, you're left alone to talk and to have your meal, and you are not brought the check until you ask for it. A lot of reviews on Yelp or other TripAdvisor, etc., say that there was bad or inattentive service. Completely disagree. It's just the type of service that is considered appropriate in other countries. Also, a lot of times I was reading reviews that would say the food was too simple and boring, and then we would go and it would be absolutely fantastic, simple fish in Portugal with boiled potatoes and an olive oil sauce, a very common dish there. For some American standards, I guess, it was too boring and too plain. So I agree with the article. I don't think you can really rely on Yelp and reviews, particularly outside of the US as an American. But I'd be curious your thoughts. How do you decide what restaurants to go to? Do you just walk around and look at menus? Do you do research? Send me your thoughts.